ladies, just be careful about the videos that some guys are putting out there in terms of what men want in a woman, because all men are different. Every man is a unique individual. And one of the harmful messages is that your value is based on your vagina. How many babies have come out or how many penises have gone in. That has nothing to do with your value. Single moms get remarried all the time to wonderful men who actually love children. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with guys who want a woman who has no children, but there's a little bit, in my opinion, a closed heart and resistance and defensiveness and fear there, because children are a great contribution and I love children. The other harmful thing that a lot of men say in the manosphere is that your value declines after 25. That is not true. That is what men say who see women as sexual objects. That's not what men say who are looking for a wife. I've worked with many men. I talk to married men all the time, and they are in love with their wives, even after they gain weight. In love with their wives for years. 20 years and more. The other one that they'll tell you and throw out at you is that your career doesn't matter. Yes, it freaking does matter. I don't know on what planet a majority of men would not care that a woman makes her own money, has her own money. They look for that, they want that. Why? Because the roles have changed. It is pretty rare these days to have a relationship in which the woman is a stay-at-home mom like I was in the 80s, in the 90s and early 2000s. That was still more common. You still see it, but it has to be in upper middle class or rich families, and even then a lot of the women do want to work. A man looking for a wife is usually looking for a woman who has something going on. If you're not working, what are you doing? They do care, and men who are like building their lives, they are looking for a wife who will help them build, financially reach their goals, and your income is absolutely crucial. Not that many people can afford anymore to live on one income. So when a man goes around telling you, when any men that go around telling you that they don't care about your education or your passions, I think those men are a red flag, because they see you. There are many men, just like women can see men as objects to give them what we want, like money or status or position. There are men who see women as objects to give them sex or status or be arm candy. A man looking for a wife, and guys who are watching this, please correct me. I'm so happy to have so many men on my channel now leaving comments, men who are actually dating for marriage or have been married and who have a positive view of marriage. I'm very happy to have that, because there's so much wounded manosphere talk that's very diminishing to men and to women. And so when a man is looking for a wife, he absolutely cares about her education, her goals, her passions, her hobbies, her interests, her career. Like, that's a plus. In fact, my ex-husband married me. One of the things was he liked that I'm educated and that I could work. I think he was very disappointed that I chose to be a stay-at-home mom most of those years. He didn't want that. And he's a man that helps equally in the house, believe it or not. So when I did start working, he helped equally with the housework, with the dishes, with the cooking, and he still did all the outside stuff. He was just a very hands-on, active, good energy, contributing person. So in a lot of modern marriages I see, the woman is working. She has to work. There are student loans to pay off. If you want to buy a house, you need 2 incomes. So when men say we don't care what women do for work, it's just bullshit. How can you not care? And it's the guys on these manosphere videos who I don't think they make enough money to support a wife. Furthermore, I know a lot of people have sent me different videos to watch. I really like to go on how I feel when the person is talking, and I don't look to relationship advice about women from men who are single. The social media isn't new enough that there are not enough people my age making videos like this. The majority of videos that are made about relationships and dating that I've come across have come from younger people interested in relationships. A lot of men, maybe some women, they're in their 20s or early 30s. They're very interested in the relationship space and exploring it like I am. I'm single. However, they're very young. They're not married. And it's hard for me to take relationship advice from them because they've never been married. So why not? Now here's my question. Why haven't you been married? If you're a guy that's relational, and obviously you are if you're talking about relationships, I'm speaking to all the guys who are giving relationship advice. If you're a guy on YouTube giving relationship advice and you're single, why? Because a man can get a relationship, just like a woman can get sex. I can talk about, it's easy for me to get sex. It's easy for a man to get a relationship unless he has issues. Being emotionally avoidant, fear of intimacy, not trusting women, still being a player. I don't know what the issues are. So I know some people sent me some different channels to watch. And when I see a guy, and I'm not going to give any names here because I don't want to put anyone down. This is just my own opinion. I was married 25 years. I have the perspective of a married woman, but I'm single. I can't tell you guys how to get into a relationship. But I think I would like to see more channels from people who are actually married and not necessarily from a religious perspective. But that's okay. It's fine if they have a religious perspective. Because a lot of people are just trying to sell me stuff, or they're just talking, and it doesn't feel authentic to me. I really like, when it comes to men who talk about relationships, I trust Healthy Gamer GG. And again, he posts a lot of stuff with his wife. He talks with his wife. He has her on his stream. Tony Gaskins, his wife is on the cover of his book. She's on his streams sometimes. She works with him in his business. They're not the same as, who was that guy that cheated on his wife? The player guy, Derek Jackson. He was obviously a player. I could see that from the get-go. And he was always doing it in his car. You know, he never had his wife on any of his stuff. And Kevin Samuels, who was just so angry, and Andrew Tate sounds so angry. I like to listen to men who are married and who are calm. There are a lot of guys who are not married. So I don't want to take relationship advice from those guys. But you can, you know, I think we all have different things that appeal to us. And the issues are different for younger people than for people like me, because younger people, there are more single people when you're young. When I was in my 20s, I met single guys on the daily, because whether it was at work or whether it was in college, I was surrounded by thousands of young people, thousands. At Arizona State University, tens of thousands of young people. And guess what? They're mostly single. And at work, there weren't always young people my age, but the people my age were mostly single. Nobody was married. When I was in my early 20s, all the guys my age were also single. There were so many people to choose from. And guess what? They still, they had nice bodies. They had happy attitudes. They were excited about the life ahead. They had stuff going on. They were studying for their future. They had not yet faced the difficulties of life, and they hadn't left behind them a treasure chest or the baggage of a life poorly or well lived. Now, fast forward to people being, you know, your life will disappoint you. You're not going to get everything that you want, and you will have setbacks. How are you going to deal with them? Are you going to become sour and bitter? Are you going to shut down? Are you going to become angry? Are you going to face life with curiosity and passion and keep growing? And that's what we get at my age. You get people like me. I'm trying to work on my stuff. I'm still fit. I'm fairly optimistic. My life is very peaceful. I don't have any drama in my life. But a lot of the men my age are already married, or they have drama or issues. So the number of people available for a relationship gets very, very small. And so it's a completely different situation at my age than those of you who are in your 20s and 30s. In your 20s and 30s, I really think you got to build. And if you want a partner, you do not have to, in my opinion, wait to be in a certain age group to get married, because a good partner is not going to take you off your purpose and can add to your life, because she's not going to tell you to not work, to not save. She's going to actually contribute to your goals. When I got married to my ex-husband, I was still in school and he was studying for his master's. We both studied. We both saved. We used our weekends to work on the house. That's when houses were cheap. That's when our first house cost 2 times his annual income, not 30 times or whatever the fuck it is now. And it was a fixer-upper, and we did a lot of yard work in the hot Phoenix sun and tore down those oleanders and painted and did a lot of stuff. We did it together. We drove used cars. He would fix the cars. I would make the dinner. Like, we were a team. And I think that I made his life better and he made my life better, except for the emotional part, which I wasn't so focused on when I was younger. But we were building together, and that's what a lot of couples can do. If you find the right partner, I don't think you have to wait, but you can. You can, because relationships take time. But a relationship should not destroy your life or make you... a relationship should make your life better and help you reach your goals. The right person for you will help you reach your goals. Your career goals, your financial goals, your exercise goals. You'll push each other to eat better, to exercise more, to save more. You have a partner to help you. And that's what I think a lot of guys don't understand, because they've experienced women who bring them down, who demand time that is not contributing to them reaching their goals. Yes, you have to go on dates. Yes, you have to be attentive to your woman, but it shouldn't take you off your, it shouldn't deplete you financially or emotionally. It should add to your life. And there are women who can add to your life, and there are men who can add to your life. When you have 2 people, the whole is better than the sum of the parts. You have a partner who can build you up, encourage you, push you on, and you have 2 people now to pay the bills rather than just one. At my age, it's very different because, frankly, I'm not attracted to older men. I like the vitality. And I saw a guy at the grocery store today. I'm like, wow, that guy's kind of hot, because he was slender and fit. I like low body fat on men, like slender and fit, and he walked with a good energy, and he, you know, so I think it's not the age. I think that a lot of people just let themselves go, frankly. A lot of people let themselves go, especially men when they gain weight. They're not attractive to me. I don't feel that primal thing I need. But if you see someone in their 60s who's still on point, that's attractive, because it's not that common. I was at the farmer's market today, and I felt super cute in my dress, you know, in my dress. It's a long dress like that. I feel super cute. And there's got to be a guy out there who finds me super cute, but maybe not. So when I talk about relationships, I'm just saying that I like to listen to people who actually already are in one. And I know how to be in one. My therapist recommended to me that I stay receptive to dating, although I don't want to. I've just kind of given up after almost 10 years. In May, it will be 10 years that I'm single, and I just don't see any guys I want to date. So I'm like, I should go to some places and be receptive. So I went to the farmer's market, And I saw a kind of good-looking guy walking in, but then I never saw him again. I was like, if I see a good-looking guy, I'll say hi. But I had a good time anyway, looking at the people. I bought a bunch of things, some coffee, cheese, granola, grapes, and flowers. Anyway, so what I've really enjoyed lately is making a lot of videos. So that's just what I've been doing. And if you guys have any questions that you want me to answer in a video, just email them to me. I'm going to put my email in the description below. And I won't use your name in the question. And thank you for watching my video.